What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with a brand new All Tea All Shade video. Okay, you guys know that Carlos King has his new podcast, Reality with the King, which you can listen to on any platforms that they have podcasts on. He has been filming episodes twice a week as of right now, but when his late night show begins on OWN next week, it'll go down to one episode a week, and then after the show ends, he'll come back with 2 episodes a week. But so far, I have been loving his podcast. It debuted #1, really strong numbers. So happy and proud for him. But this week, he had a guest on the show by the name of Dave Quinn. Dave Quinn is the author of the Real Housewives book that came out last year, where he interviewed pretty much all of the housewives, producers, A&D, and got all of the behind-the-scenes tea on every Real Housewives franchise. Well, Dave Quinn and Carlos King are really good Judies in real life, and Dave Quinn came on and gave us a lot of tea. The first bit of tea that he spilled was on Sheree's first day of filming. Listen to what he had to say.
Yes. Costume appearance on Dance with the Stars, I thought was genius.
Genius. So fun. And then, you know, the Sheree of it all is incredible. And I have a little tea to spill about this.
Ooh.
I'm sure you know this, but your audience may not know this. I heard through some well-placed sources that Sheree literally signed her contract minutes before filming that scene, that she got a phone call while she was at the gym that said, your contract went through, come on by, we're filming. And she picked her ass up from the treadmill and drove on over to that scene, got mic'd up and came in. That's why you see her. She's got no makeup on, her hair in a messy ponytail, and the girls are freaking out about her appearance because they didn't know she was coming. And that is why I think it's so good, because Sheree, you know, we're big Sheree fans, comes and delivers like dominoes, and she is just in it right away. I loved every second of it.
Oh, no, listen, Sheree needs to be on the show for the rest of the history of Atlanta Housewives. Sheree was on my podcast, and she is super underrated. I've said it before, I say it again. She's super underrated. But, oh my gosh, you just dropped some exclusive tea. I did not know that, Dave Quinn, that Sheree was called and told, your contract is good, go to work. And that's why when she showed up, because I was like, for this to be Sheree's entrance back into the show, I'm like, my girl couldn't put on some heels, couldn't wear a nice little cocktail dress. But now it all makes sense.
And I have to say, one of my favorite conversations that I had for the book was with you. And you talked to me about when you came back to the show, I believe it was season 8.
Correct.
And you brought Sheree with you. And that was a big thing for you, that the second Sheree entered into that party, none of the women knew she was coming. And Kenya saw her and immediately picked up the ball and started running with it and started throwing those jabs. And that's where we got the baseboards and, you know, and all of that house fighting. That is exactly what I saw in this moment. She walked in and you saw Kenya's eye, and then Kenya, you know, immediately the questions start coming. What's going on with the guy you're dating? Is he still in prison? And it's like, she knew what to do. And that's what I love about the Atlanta women, because, and especially Kenya, they work, they know the job, and they do their job.
No, 100%. Kenya is the uncredited executive producer of the Atlanta Housewives. I will go on record saying it. Kenya and Sheree are the best producers on Atlanta Housewives, because when they are in a scene, they know what to do in order for that scene to be entertaining and interesting. The rest of those women, no shade to them, they need producing. They need someone to tell them, or should I say remind them, that you're on a reality show, be real. So Kenya and Sheree are always frustrated because they feel like, why are you bitches here not doing anything? Like, we all have to show up and show out. And that's why when Marlo walked into that scene, I'm going to go on record and say this, rename the show The Real Marlo of Atlanta. Because, baby, this season, I can tell you already from the first episode, this is Marlo Hampton's season. She is the force multiplier that our mutual friend Dave, Ebony K. Williams, coined. This is Marlo's season, period.
So that clears up a lot because I was wondering why Sheree came in for her first scene back, sweaty looking. She was a little dewy. She had on exercise clothing. Her hair wasn't done, no makeup. And it all makes sense because she was literally called while exercising and told that she is approved to film and get on over there with the girls and pop up on them. And that reaction that we actually saw from them was genuine because they didn't know that she was about to start filming. So that makes that scene even more authentic and entertaining because the ladies, especially Kenya, knew what to do. She knew the assignment. And this is why I always remind you guys that these people on these shows are filming a reality show. This is their job. Yes, they're giving us real aspects and real situations that are going on in their lives. But at the end of the day, they are filming a show and they know they have to be entertaining. They know they have to be shady. They know they gotta, bring the drama and all of that stuff. And I'm so happy that Carlos and Dave pointed out how the girls have to play ball with one another, because if we all just sitting here looking at each other twiddling our thumbs, we don't have a show. So kudos to Sheree and Kenya for doing the job, getting it done. I'm obsessed. In their interview, Carlos also had a few words of warning for Marlo in her first season as being a peach holder, and breaks down some of the behind the scenes tea on the scene that we saw at Marlo's gala affair.
So I'm not sure if I'm rooting for Drew right now, though I am a Step Up fan forever, so I will always love her from Step Up.
Well, I'm a TLC biopic fan, and she killed the role as T-Boz, honey.
She killed it. She killed it. And I think she's super talented.
She is.
But I worry that there's a little bit of a performance there. And that when you're an actor and you come onto the show and you have that, I think sometimes it's hard to reveal your reality. And I wonder how much this stuff between her and her husband is performative.
I could not agree more.
And I 100% agree with everything that Carlos had to say about that situation. You could tell that Kenya was not going to give her that moment. You can tell that Marlo was pushing it. She knew that Sheree and this new girl coming up to me telling me this shit, that there had to be more context to it, but she took that as, okay, this gives me the alley-oop to have a moment. And when Kenya didn't play back with her, she got upset. And I believe that is part of the reason why she decided to go back to being enemies with Kenya, because Kenya didn't play back with her and give her her moment. And she looking like, really, bitch? Like, really, girl? Like, I'm finally got a peach holder. You not gonna play in the sand with me? And Kenya was looking at her like, absolutely the fuck not. The guys also gave their thoughts on Drew Sidora. Take a listen.
So I'm not sure if I'm rooting for Drew right now, though I am a Step Up fan forever, so I will always love her from Step Up.
Well, I'm a TLC biopic fan, and she killed the role as T-Boz, honey.
She killed it. She killed it. And I think she's super talented.
She is.
But I worry that there's a little bit of a performance there. And that when you're an actor and you come onto the show and you have that, I think sometimes it's hard to reveal your reality. And I wonder how much this stuff between her and her husband is performative.
I could not agree more.
I'm glad to hear that it wasn't just me that felt as though Drew and her husband were acting and that they were giving us fake storylines and performing. It's good to hear that a former executive producer of the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise, somebody that is credible like Carlos King and Dave Quinn, also feel the same way about Drew, that her role on the show is very performative, very daytime soap opera. Like, she just does not come across authentic to me. So I'm happy to see that it's just not me thinking that as well. So let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought about all of this juicy tea. And make sure that you guys thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.